Hello, trading has closed on July 9th, 2025. As always, we'll do our disclaimer, we'll go over our calls and then make our predictions. This is my trading plan for Thursday. Thursday is July 10th, 2025. I have personal business tonight. I've had almost no time to do any analysis. Futures haven't opened. Just remember, it's a plan. I think it's a clear plan, but it's just a plan right now. I can be wrong and trade at your own risk. Call for today was the pattern with the early high, which is this tomorrow has the early low. We said we should gap and promptly trade outside yesterday's range, which we did. We said the odds favored the gap being up, but that's not the same thing as making an actual call. So even though it happened, I don't get any credit for the direction, just for the gap. Here's what we said. Tomorrow's the early low. Well, this drop is impulsive. It's non-overlapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is overlapping and corrective. We stopped right at the prior consolidation, which is resistance. That's your impulse. That's your corrective. If that's the right interpretation, we should drop, and this should hold. In fact, there's a good chance we stop right here. I don't know how to have a perfect wave count, but if that's A and that's B, C is equal to A right there, right where there's resistance. There's your ABC up, here's a stilt, here's a diamond. The pattern doesn't have to go to completion, but if it does go to completion, it doesn't have to, but if it does, you have a straight line drop at the open with support right under the origin of the left stilt, which is where, what's this price? This is around 62.27. You're talking 40 points. If you ever want to hold a short position overnight, I don't know where to put a stop in futures, but there's your target. We have a lower target for MEJT. That's 20 points if there's a gap, which there doesn't have to be. You're targeting 40 points. If this works, your resistance is just a few points higher. If you're ever going to hold a short overnight, this is the kind of pattern you want to see. During the day, MEJT said this rally is not for keeps, gives us the target 62.42.39. If we don't gap up smartly, that's my call. This yellow line is MEJT resistance. We stopped right at resistance. Here's the DeMark count. We now can count in green 13 pairs of a combo sell signal on the daily chart. We have only 12 of the sequential sell, but bar number 13 can finish early. So unless there's a complete collapse, any price over 62.42.70 tomorrow gives you bar 13 finishing early. These things don't always work. You can gap up and make it fail, but this is his signal for a top. If you're ever going to hold a short overnight, this is where you want to be. And if it's wrong, then you lose. That's all. This is a low-risk short, if you ask me. And if I'm wrong, you'll know by the open. We gap up tomorrow, take this out, open way up here. Well, the pattern's killed, but we still should see 62.42.39 at some time. And let's not forget, we're looking for an ABC down from this wave 5, and that's an A, and if that's B, I still need a C at some point. Well, Thursday's pattern has the early low regardless of where we open. Typically, it's a bullish day with a high and a final hour. If it's weak, we should see more weakness in the days to come. There is a lower MEJT target unless we gap up smartly. The rules call for it to print. The drop from today's high was impulsive. Recovery was overlapping and therefore corrective. We stopped the resistance from the lows of the prior consolidation. DeMark's daily indicators triggered a sell. There's an ABC up. Bulls need to gap up smartly tomorrow. And anything's possible. If they gap up smartly, it kind of kills the idea, and that we don't know. But if they don't, I think we look for lower prices to print. I think we'll at least see 62.42.39 and maybe even 20 points lower than that, possibly all right at the open. It's not a lock, but it's a pattern which allows for it. It's the pattern with the early low, and it could be quite a low. And if there is a big drop right at the open and we don't recover promptly, usually you're going to see lower lows than that in the days ahead, and that's today's call.